The Unicist strategy differs from military strategy in the fact that Unicist strategy has been defined, has been designed, has been developed to add value to the environment and to be adaptive in an environment which implies influencing while being influenced, adding value while obtaining the counterpart and earn the necessary value to grow. It is based on the emulation of the intelligence of nature. The intelligence of nature has in itself a maximal strategy and a minimum strategy to allow living beings to grow using the maximal strategy and to survive using the minimum strategy. This integration is only possible because it is integrated by the need of survival. This need of survival has two components. One, individual survival, and another, the survival of species. What matters most in nature is the survival of species, which is the way the genetic intelligence has been built, and it's the way the species evolve or evolve. In human strategy, it is necessary to consider that every adaptive environment that needs to be influenced requires knowing what is possible to be achieved and then doing the strategic actions to make it happen. These strategic actions are always two actions. One action that drives the maximal strategy and one action that drives the minimum strategy. These three elements, the purpose, the active function, and the energy conservation function, meaning the maximal strategy and the minimum strategy, are integrated by complementation and supplementation laws. The supplementation is between the purpose and the maximal strategy, meaning the maximal strategy put the purpose into action. That's why the actions are redundant with the purpose. On the other hand, the minimum strategy, which sustains survival, is driven by the complementation law, which implies that the energy conservation function adds all those elements the purpose needs to ensure that it is not being changed. This maximal strategy and minimum strategies drive the evolution and involution cycle of any living being, of any institution, of any adaptive system. The evolution is driven by the successive actions of the maximal strategy, the minimum strategy, and the purpose, and the involution is driven when the individual, when the institution, when the living being is unable to do a maximal strategy and only is able to act in minimum strategies. In that case, the species, the individual, the institution is in involution. That's why any action, any strategic action needs to begin with a maximal strategy actions in order to foster evolution. The final question of strategic approaches is given by the pilot testing of strategies. The pilot testing of strategies is what defines the success of any strategy. This pilot test needs to be made in homologous fields in order to be valid and without taking risks of applying it in the real world. The pilot testing requires having in mind the structure of the concept that underlie the function that is being managed, the successive stages and actions that have to be made, and how the results can be measured. When this has been done, the success is ensured. The Unicist approach to strategy allows defining safe strategies that ensure results when the information is available. Thank you.